Get ready for the revolution, the generation evolution. Get ready for the revolution, the generation evolution. And now join Blake, Christian, and Mark as they have fun going through the crazy wrestling world. Get ready for the revolution, the generation evolution. Get ready for the revolution, the generation evolution. And now let's start the show.
She's a fire sign, and I don't really know what that means. I'm a cold night, and I wanna be close to the heat. I don't want to get burned, I don't want love like that. But I can't go any further till I start coming back. I'm a rock star, and I'm never around when you need. Like a race car, driving away from the scene. Does she want me to stay? Does she want me to pack? You can't push me any further till I start coming back. Turn me around, right upside down. Spin me like a globe and drop your finger on me. I feel so far, you're all I want. Spin me like a globe and drop your finger on me. You push me in circles to the edge of the earth, where I can't go any further till I start coming back to you.
Live from the Grande Americano Studios in a sunny, beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you tuned in to the Generation Evolution for Friday, May 29th, 2026. I'm Blake.
I'm Christian.
I'm Mark.
And you didn't expect me to go through a Memorial Day weekend watching binging off campus and not open up with a song I'm off campus. You didn't expect that. Come on. This is Edge of the Earth by the Beaches from the soundtrack of Off Campus.
Damn, that's a good song.
I'm going to highly recommend you watch this show. Not you. You watch this show. Because you're a teenager. You'll appreciate it.
I'll watch it.
You're just an old man. You won't appreciate it as much.
Pretty much right. Hey, everyone. Hey, welcome to Generation Evolution.
So,
0-0, don't forget the
our guest is laughing at us already. We haven't even got about the show yet.
Well, speaking of our guests, who we have?
Let's actually hit his intro, shall we? Wants to play.
Yeah, change his intro.
Why?
Why? Perfect.
A comedic thing? I don't know.
Let's bring on our, if I can get the screen to work, here we go. Let's bring on our special guest, Tom Stoup. Tom, welcome to the show.
Oh,
Thanks for having me back.
God, that is louder than I used to. Jesus.
I thought Tom was the more serious one, but I guess not.
There you go. Now it's there.
Let's try this one more time.
There you go. Try now.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, Tom, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be back. Looking better and hopefully sounding better than I expected to, since my power went out like right before we started recording, but glad that we're making it happen.
Yes, exactly. You texted me literally as I'm about to pick you up from school.
Yeah, he picks me up and tells me, I'm like, of course.
But it was amazing time because I had just got my shoes out and grabbed the keys to go pick you up. And he texted me like, the power's out. I'm like,
Yep.
well, jump on mobile. Jump on mobile then, we're good. You're not the
It's
first
almost
person who
like
opened the
I'm
last.
right the several times that I've called the power company and told them that environmental needs to address the cluster of trees grown around our power lines in the backyard, and that they're the ones who are wrong when they say, no, you're good. But here we are.
So every time the wind blows, power goes out.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
called Florida.
See?
It's called Florida.
Okay.
So, all right, we got things to do today. Tom, we're having some fun with Tom here later on. But first things first, we have to actually, because it is the last show of May. I don't know how this happens all the time. We have a guest for our last shows of the month. But we have to look ahead to a weird June. And I will say, this is going to happen in June and July, that we go on vacation and there's no PLEs or big events that week. I don't know how that happened 2 months in a row, but that'll work out perfectly in June and July. I'm not sure how that worked.
Did you like put in a phone call to Tony Khan and say?
So here's the schedule, though, for the month of June.
That was the most just looked over joke you've ever made.
Got it.
On June 14th, we're going to get back from our vacation next week. We'll be talking about New Japan Dominion, which I'm really excited about. We'll also get the G1 announcement that night because that's good for me and Christian. And on the 27th, Night of Champions, WWE Night of Champions, we're doing a special show that
Who's
week.
there on the top of the Dominion card? That's Newman, Yoda Tsuji. I can't tell you the other three.
I'm not sure off the top of my head right now. I'm not looking at that closely.
Moon's in the middle. Right?
But anyway, here's I finished the promotion here. I was going to plug the show stuff.
Sorry, my
WWE Night of Champions, we're doing a special show that week with Rich Fan to preview Night of Champions that week. And then, can I please do our plugs to get this done? And then we have on June 28th, with a double header that day.
oh god.
And it's TNA's anniversary. And AEW Forbidden Door and John Parker will be here to help us preview that show. So,
You want to flip a coin and see which one?
well, the anniversary's in the afternoon.
Okay.
And Forbidden Doors at night. They already started that. That's all fixed.
Oh, cool.
That's all
right.
fixed. So that's already been taken care of. So that is our
Moving
June
No offense.
schedule.
If they went head to head, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, AEW would kill them. AEW would kill them. Oh, AEW would kill them. I love TNA, but they have no chance in hell against AEW.
Forbidden Door.
Yeah, there's no chance. But yeah, so I have to close. Problem is, so I play the music off my phone, off my other phone. I had to close the window. I'm heavily distracted by the lead of Off Campus, which is on the graphic. I had to close that. I have a little couple crush on the leads from Off Campus right now. Anyway, so that's that. I will stop talking about that show now.
Topic.
And somehow,
Where's it going? Mark will probably be confused and Christian will give him shit for it. It's the question of the week.
as I was saying, somehow I call it bringing up somehow.
No, I will come up to the end of the show. It will come up to the end of the show because it's the closing song show.
Okay, so
But-
who's
Anyway, before we get to the box,
Yeah.
we have to go back to last week.
Okay.
Because last week obviously was the movie one that we did last week.
Yep.
The tie-in with them in the Lorian and everything, Lorian and Grogu last week. And before we get to that, I want to thank John. John gave his answers on his show last week, and I put those up on Tuesday. So thank you to John for that.
Okay.
That was cool. We did get a couple of answers, better than normal, than being normal lately. And one with my favorite answer was Shaggy AF, one of our favorite people that comments all the time. He said 15 glasses of wine, which might just be the best answer we've gotten in a long time.
Then I'm guessing with 15 glasses of wine, I guess the mixed.
Are you going to go see Pressure? Is that the problem here? Like,
No, or the Discovery Day that's coming up?
Anyway, and then
Makes the movie better.
that's on TikTok, and then over on YouTube.
Whoa, damn.
Sam Rachel Tang 88 said hot dog, popcorn, and soda. So they
Simple works.
and Tom, you're the movie geek here. What about you?
Oh boy. For the most part, if I'm going to a regular theater, I'm not spending anything, but that's not in the spirit of the question. At our local dinner theater and our local indie theater that also is a dinner theater, it's all about the beer. I like to get a pitcher of beer, and by the end of the movie, it's like, okay, I want to watch the credits, but I gotta hit that bathroom because I've just had a whole pitcher of beer. So you're giving me $1 beer. I'm tempted to do the Shaggy AF thing and just say, give me 15 of those. But Twizzlers does happen to be one of my top favorite candies. I don't have too much of a sweet tooth, but I love me some Twizzlers. So let's get one bag of those, and I'll just go slow throughout the whole movie, one at a time. And this is really, I don't know. I don't feel like there's too much constraint on me with this question. I feel like $15 for these prices is really a lot to work with. So let's just go ahead.
Popcorn.
What's that?
In the real world.
Oh yeah. No, this is not reality here. Let's just go ahead and be spoiled with some pretzel bites because they're gonna go well with the beer, and they're not. This is key. They're not going to be noisy. I'm not going to be crunching on nachos. I don't have a wrapper to unfold. Even with the Twizzlers, I'm just going to open them and have them out in front of me so I don't have to be digging into the wrapper throughout the movie and making a bunch of crinkly noises.
Speaking of noise, a pizza box doesn't make any noise.
Yeah, pizza's fine. Pizza's fine.
So last week we were talking about the question, and Christian's like, "Do they serve pizza?" We're at the Mandalorian Grogu, and right before the movie comes in, they walk in with big pizza for this family right in front of us.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing timing.
I didn't know that at all. Did not know that at all.
So
And hey, who doesn't love pizza? But I like the pretzel bite thing. It's almost like popcorn. You just reach and grab, and you don't have to think about it. You can keep your focus on the movie. So I like that. And then the extra $5, of course, is going to the beer.
Perfect.
Beer and cheese. Okay, now with your pretzel bites, mustard or cheese?
To be completely honest, I'm going to eat those things plain.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way.
I'm a big hot sauce guy, but I don't think that's going to be an option. So I'm going plain.
Unless you sneak the hot sauce in yourself.
Right. True.
All right. Who wants to pull the box? Who wants to pull the catch out of the box?
Okay. Because I heard that tone in your voice. You've seen people smoking dumber shit in the movies.
Yes, I know.
Don't even start.
Right, there we go.
I heard that tone of voice and I immediately had to cut that off right there.
Oh, yeah, turn the volume back up. There you go. Yeah, turn that back up again.
It's over here just in case.
I'll try to do this.
Uh-oh, Mark is going off on a tangent.
That's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do.
I'll tell you what.
Is
On this show, Mark is an exemplar of patience. I love it.
the question is, or the comment, favorite fried food?
Ooh.
Mozzarella stick.
We can't be over here. It's like I take a picture of it if I have it. But ooh, that's a good question. I don't even do a lot of fried
more
food.
than one?
Well, it says fried food. So mozzarella sticks is a good one, though. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Straight up good answer. Can I just get some cheese curds? Some cheese curds? I never go that route. Like, seriously?
I want mozzarella sticks because one, more cheese, two, more dippability.
True, very true. But I just like my cheese curds, so
No,
I'll take
I'm
cheese
not,
curds.
that's not okay. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Fried chicken.
True. I'm not. You know what's funny? I'm not even a fried chicken person. I'm not that even a fried chicken
okay. There's fried chicken that could be good. Don't over fry it though.
That's true.
Okay. Since you're on fried chicken, I'm going to do one better. Wings.
Fried wings. That's just fried chicken.
No. Just wings. And then you can put your sauce on top of it.
Tom, what about you?
Okay. So again, not in the spirit of the question, and at risk of TMI, I actually have some stomach issues that prevent me from eating fried food. I tend to avoid it. But if my kids order something, when we're out to sushi and the kids order something that has crab rangoon in it, I can't resist. I got to reach over and grab one. And I think that counts. So
Although
if not, I'll say fried gyoza. Same principle. I got to reach over and grab one.
I just sent this graphic to Sal because he's gonna be on next week's show, and so he has to prepare for next week. And all I get was a drooly face from him, which I love.
Dude, man, I mean, this is America. The first time a gastroenterologist looked at me and said, like, you shouldn't eat fried food, I was genuinely like, so how do I eat anything then? Like, what? Everything is fried. Like,
look who you're talking to. Trust me, I understand.
Fried
completely.
butter.
I'm the person that was told a little bit my cheese intake. I fully understand.
Can I change my answer?
Do you ever have an answer?
He said wings.
Okay.
Aren't fried.
Okay. All right. How's this? Cheese fries.
Are those fried?
Yeah, they're fried.
Okay, fair enough.
They're dipped in oil. They're fried.
I think he's
oh, technically.
I think
Okay.
he's using fair logic. I think he's using fair logic, which is absolutely fair. Like, it is absolutely fair.
By that logic, I'll go with fried rice then.
Yeah, if we're using fair logic, I mean,
If that case, I'm gonna get a fried Oreo.
Oh hell no!
that is the thing at State Fair. That's the thing here. So
I tried that 1 year at State Fair, and it sits in your stomach like a rock.
why am I not shocked that you tried the fried Oreos? Why am I not shocked by this at all?
It was on a whim, and I went for
On a
it.
whim, it's like $8. Like,
God damn! $8 for how many?
That's why.
How many? How many was free?
Three.
I'd like to know. I have a pack of Oreos sitting next to the stage, after the set here, and
For 3 Oreos.
But
$8 fucking dollars. It's State Fair.
I have a pack of Oreos that I spent $4.99 on. That's like a 36 pack of Oreos sitting over here. So that are chocolate fudge filled over here. So
I was gonna say though, county fair, or state fair, that's not bad for that.
It's just constant State Fair. There's a lot of stuff. They literally send out a catalog of the menu for State Fair every year. So.
Oh my goodness!
Not an exaggeration at all. Yeah. Not even an exaggeration.
Well, remember, you got to leave enough money for the cream puffs at the end.
That's true. There's legendary cream puffs in this city. Absolutely, absolutely.
I never had one.
Only because you never eat them. You like the coating. You don't like the coating. Name me next summer. Name me this summer. Because he's going to see he's going to the Beach Boys, right?
Beach Boys.
He's going to see Beach Boys. So when you go to the Beach Boys, he'll bring over cream puffs.
The last day of the fair, yeah.
He'll bring over cream puffs. There's no wrestling show this year. We go to that. There's no wrestling show this year. We used to Bruce City Wrestling used to do a wrestling show at State Fair every year. So we used to go to it every year, and then we come home with our cream puffs and everything. So
no, they're going to be at Summerfest this year.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to Summerfest, so I'm not going to Summerfest. So
I'm saying the Styx concert.
Anyway, we have things to do.
Moving on.
We have things to do today. Yeah, we have things to do.
You have entered media mode. You have entered media mode.
All right, so I will say, actually, I forgot. I wanted to do something before we got to media mode. I'm sorry, that's my bad. Went to the wrong spot. I went to the wrong spot. I'm in the wrong order. I'm going in a different order today, so I'm in the wrong order.
Wait, no. Do we need to leave?
No, you know what? No. That's my fault. I just skipped over it. Okay. That is my fault. And you know, just because Christian knows me, and my analness here. She knows how I am. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that because I was doing this. No, I had an order of events for a reason because of one of the shows we're doing later. Yeah, so that's why. That's why I was tying it in with the show we're doing later.
We're gonna put a pin in there.
Yeah, because it's important for later. But we'll do title changes. First things first. Title changes. We had a couple title changes at Double or Nothing. In a weird sentence that I never thought I'd say 25 years later, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage are the tag team champions of the world. I don't know how that happened, but it did. They beat FCR, become the AEW World Tag Team Champions.
Holy great fucking match.
Yes. And I will say this is an awesome match. It was fun to open the show with. And it legitimately is 25 years to when Edge and Christian won their last tag team championships, which is absolutely ridiculous. Kesha is now the international champion, finally beating Hiroshi Okada in a fantastic match.
Thank God.
And MJF beat Darby Allin to win the AEW World Championship. He is now only the 8th person of all time to win 3 championships under the age of 30. Yes. 3 world championships under the age of 30.
Big Hebrew got his belt back.
But any thoughts on these title reigns, guys?
Goddamn side headlock takeover wins it again. The most devastating finisher in wrestling. Mm-hmm. And Darby hit 4 back-to-back in that match. God damn it.
I liked Copeland and Cage's match, especially when Beth came out. Man, did she look like a flipping badass.
I thought she was just channeling her inner Bull Nakano, I said? Yeah, Bull Nakano.
With the makeup there.
But Tom, I know you're not the AEW person. We've been through this, but any thoughts on these channel changes?
I will just say that the only reason I've ever tuned into AEW was because I was asked on a podcast that was also in part touching on it. So I've never tuned in because there was something I wanted to see, and that includes CM Punk's return. I didn't tune into that even. The announcement that Edge and Christian were going to be celebrating by doing a 5-second pose is like, don't get me wrong, I'm still not going to watch, but this does mark the most I've ever felt like, you know what, I kind of want to see that though.
It happened on Wednesday. And to the point where they made the joke, the obvious joke, that photography isn't a thing anymore. And then Adam Copeland pulled out a bag of disposable cameras and started handing them to the crowd. Wow. I first started to laughter, and then Excalibur told Shivani how to explain what disposable cameras were. Was even funnier to me.
Wow.
is before Edge. Oh, I'm sorry. Adam goes into the big Christian's telling him,
I'm not doing this. Christian Cage is my favorite person on the show right now. He really is my favorite person on the show right now.
Everything is digital.
And we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to media mode officially. But I love Christian Cage right now. But I will say one thing about this. I'm obviously a massive Adam Copeland fan. So seeing him with a title belt is awesome to me. Like, I love it. But them winning the belts now is super fucking cool to me. And the fact that they're going to more likely headline All In as tag team champions is awesome to me. You know what I mean? All In without tag team champions.
I don't even know.
But But that was funny. That was the second time on that whole show, by the way, they had to explain something to the audience. They had to explain that, but they also had to explain. Oh my God, that's right. They had to explain why TBS was called the Superstation back in the day, which also made me laugh. That also made me laugh.
Oh, wow.
They had to explain those two things.
And Excalibur says, "Okay, Tony, you can explain this."
Yeah,
better than I can."
Excalibur and Tony explaining the Superstation and disposable cameras was not my 2026 bingo card, but that happened on Wednesday. That happened on Wednesday.
And Tony's going, "Well, this is an idea Ted Turner had."
Oh my Lord!
Yeah. R.I.P.
So
Ted.
funny. It was so very funny Wednesday. Like, wow, I felt so old, but also I was laughing Sunday hard watching it.
And seeing this of Turner Broadcasting System. Yeah.
But anyway, MJF beat Darby Allin. Darby Allin, by the way, had with his 9th title defense in 3 weeks, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Did he tie a record?
No, it was not a record. It was. But what's funny part is it was the 3rd most defenses in any title reign in AEW history, and he did it in a month. He did it in a month, which is ridiculous.
And now his body's paying for it.
Yeah, he did. We got this week for the first time in a month.
Yeah.
And then Takeshita and Okada, what a fucking great match. What a fucking great match.
That was toe to toe.
And I'm happy it was just one-on-one, too. There was no bullshit. I love there was no bullshit.
The only bullshit you could count
was Callis. But Callis being involved like Heyman being involved.
Yeah.
If you're going to have bullshit, like when Heyman gets involved in WWE programming, it's not the same thing.
No.
Like, it's no outside barrier. Heyman being the manager, Don Callis being the manager. I'll take that. That's completely normal and old school. That's completely fine, in my opinion.
Punch him?
Yeah, or just got in his face. He got in his face.
He said a lot of different words.
Yeah.
That I don't think we can repeat here.
We can do whatever we want here.
No, I was making a Japanese joke, bro.
And that'll be my segue, by the way, to our news and notes. But Takeshita was officially kicked out of the Don Callis family after Kyle Fletcher returned early from his injury. Officially aligned with Okada. I don't know. There were blind people that saw this one coming. I don't understand why people were shocked by this at all. Come on, was shocked by this.
3/4 of their audience was taken in by it.
No, because the match was that good, and people didn't want to not to believe it.
Yeah.
Although I just wanted to make a note. Tom, Mark wasn't here during Double or Nothing. He literally watched the entire show yesterday because he was out of town himself over the weekend. So he literally binged everything in like a day to be sure it was the show today.
Oh, and also he didn't know it already happened.
Say what?
So there was a night. So he's like, so when's Ada? We already said the show was good, Double or Nothing. He said, so when's Double or Nothing?
Yeah.
No. He asked about Saturday night's main event. No. He asked about Double or Nothing, but Double or Nothing hadn't happened yet. Yeah. It was the other way around. He asked how a show was that hadn't even happened yet.
It's even worse.
I was being a prognosticator. Okay.
The funny part about that is Saturday
night's stupid.
It was Sunday morning. Ask about Saturday night's main event. Which, by the way, I personally enjoyed sending that message that how was main event? Not Saturday night's main event. How was main event? That was my favorite message on Sunday morning.
I don't think this is our co-host.
But yeah, so anyway, back one last thing from AEW. We'll get back to them in media mode because there's the funny stuff. But the Jet have a night turn heel on Darby Allin, and then officially turned heel on Wednesday night when he attacked Speedball.
One of the damnedest UFO splash I've ever seen.
I swear to God, beating up Speedball is like beating up a puppy. You can't do it. You should never beat up Speedball. Like a little puppy. A really, really bizarre puppy, but a puppy nonetheless.
Those are one or two things. You'll either come back to bite you or shit in your
I have made that. I just realized I made that reference twice this week. I just made a puppy reference twice this week. Because I also made that same reference about Kristen from Top Chef this week as well. That same reference. But I'm not gonna lie, I started coming because the Jet is better as a heel. He's been a heel for weeks. I don't understand why it took so long, and I don't even know why he turned on Darby. He could have turned on Speedball, and no one would have cared.
So, where do you see him going with?
Well, Kevin Knight and Speedball's happening next week.
No. I'm talking about just Kevin Knight.
I'm telling you, that's the next thing they're doing. Is next week they're doing Kevin Knight versus Speedball.
Right.
So that's the next thing they're doing.
I know. I thought maybe that Don Callis may have his eyes on him.
No, they don't need more people. They don't need more people.
No,
they already have 15 damn people in that damn faction without Takeshita, without him.
Well, I'll be damned.
But anyway, the other thing I will say, I left my train of thought. I left my train of thought completely. Where was I? Let's move on. Let's
Sure.
move on. I love to hear that completely.
He looks like the knockoff. He looks like a knockoff Rock.
And people give LA Knight shit.
Uh,
People give LA Knight shit. He literally called himself the Jet, and talked about himself in the third person as the Jet.
As LA Knight does.
Well, but LA Knight doesn't do it in the third person like that.
no.
Jet literally sounds like 1998 Rock from
Yeah.
Timu.
Yeah.
Literally what he sounds
He
like.
even looks like him.
like literally, like he started saying the jet. I'm like, shut up! Just shut up! And that was even the baby. He said that.
The Rock says.
That was the worst part for me. Like Jesus Christ, you got to have the charisma. Stop it. You're not the Rock.
I'm waiting for him to say, when the Jet speaks, everyone shuts up.
Or like, I don't know.
Anyway, let's move on.
All right.
WWE. I know that these two are going to celebrate this, but it is news. Logan Paul. Thank you. Logan Paul suffered a torn tricep and had successful surgery. I'm waiting for I knew never thought. And will be out up to 6 months. Heyman announced that the World Tag Team Champions will stay in the division using the New Day rule. So that's good to know.
Breaker.
Well, in general, because
Yeah.
Reed comes back and if they want to add another member and things like that. Tom, thoughts on this situation with Logan?
The vision continues to be cursed, and I know that it's easy to celebrate Logan getting hurt, even in the context of people like us who never are happy when somebody gets hurt. But I know I said it last time as well, but I have just been so very impressed with what Logan Paul has been able to do as a wrestler and on the microphone in a wrestling context. So it's really too bad, and I hope that in 6 months or less that he can come back and hit the ground running again, because I just think he's really proven himself as an incredible talent, and he's there full time now. He's not just showing up as a special guest.
Right.
I'm thinking Rumble. He'll be he'll be at the Rumble. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Because that makes sense. 6 months gets you to the holidays. So then Rumble. So it makes sense to me. You know
So
what I
now
mean?
the question is, do you still see the vision being the vision?
Well, they have to do something. They got to figure something out.
You know what's funny?
Just-
Austin Theory is the only man left. Guys
Currently.
not injured.
Yeah.
And don't talk about that. It's almost jinxing him at this point. That's almost jinxing him.
No, actually, no, I can't jinx him because Paul Heyman hasn't got hurt either.
I have the individual members of the vision. I have positive thoughts about each of them. Well, I'm not a Braun Breaker guy, but Paul Heyman's okay because even if he just splits off and goes with Braun Breaker individually, he's good to go. Even if I'm personally not, I don't believe in Braun Breaker the way many people do. But I will admit that the vision has gotten to a point that now with Brock seemingly at the tail end, I'm starting to get flashbacks to when Paul Heyman very briefly managed Cesaro and Michael McGillicuddy. It just seems like he's grasping here. Like what can I do next? And I'm not sure if the vision has the legs that it was set up to have.
It's true.
I mean, it did, and then it didn't.
I didn't think about that comparison. I didn't think about that comparison. Great comparison. That's a great comparison.
pull right there.
That's a great comparison.
Unless you're looking for someone to come up from NXT and
I mean,
like a puzzle piece.
We have enough people down there. I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah, my goodness, they are loaded. They've got like what 4 different developmental shows now. It's like even that's my favorite thing in WWE is the developmental stuff. It's too much to watch. I can't keep up.
I think it's just 3. I think it's just NXT Evolve and LFG
and Level Up.
It doesn't exist anymore, does it?
Did Level Up go away? See, that's the thing. I can't keep up.
I think I was replaced by Evolve.
Okay. And like we have officially gotten to a point now where there are people entering the roster that I don't recognize. And I used to follow that so closely. Like I knew what college they came from. I knew what sport they played and washed out from. I knew all that stuff. And now I'm just like, it's overload. Too much.
So
welcome to the world of wrestling.
Yeah, right. Right.
Here's a theory, no pun intended, for Austin, that would Dark State be Paul Heyman's guys?
Well, Dark State's already already lost a member.
No, there's only 3 of them, and I just kind of wondering.
I don't know. Darkseid's not ready. They're not ready to hold up. They're not ready. They're nowhere near ready. They're nowhere near ready.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is extremely tangential. That's my specialty, of course, and I know we've got so much on the docket that I won't throw too many of these out there, but I know you guys would appreciate this. I actually, being in Orlando, I run into wrestlers all the time, but I recently ran into Dante Chen, who unfortunately was, recently released, and even though I try to be very prudent about these releases, I was surprised by Chen's because I feel like he has a big upside. Even if he's just a carpenter, I feel like he's got a big upside. But I went ahead and approached him and spoke to him a little bit, and he actually recognized me and thanked me. Like I only said my first name, and he said my full name back to me and thanked me for the coverage over the years. And so I just thought that I've been sharing that with other podcasters that I know, like, that especially at the lower levels where they're not super known yet, they really appreciate this kind of thing. And that was
cool.
Such a cool interaction for me. So I'm sure even on the days when it seems like, are we the only ones that are listening to our own podcasts? They're listening.
Good.
I like that.
Like that.
All right, what's going on? We have a couple of major, right? He's been dealing with a shoulder injury over here, so.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we got a couple of quick news items that I have to bring up real fast. Weird ones. First of all, Big Damo and Nikki Storm, formerly known as Nikki Cross, have acquired Progress Wrestling. And this is not a storyline. This is actually real. Like, there's actual legit press releases and everything else. John reached out to me immediately when he saw this. And he's like, hey, your power's on.
Hey! I was wondering if we'll get that on film.
Tom, you have power.
But anyway, that's going to be a little blooper reel later. Later.
No, for the thumbnail. You need him looking at the lights. There's all happy. He's like,
that is out of my notes.
I've got my Stormbreaker back here. I could grab that.
yes!
Okay. So anyway, this is a big deal. So I just want to throw that out there as something to put a pin in for the future. It means a big deal for the future, And the other big story for the future is New Japan announced that Bushiroad has sold their stakes over to Siren AJ, and now DDT, TJPW, Pro Wrestling Noah, and New Japan are all under the same banner.
Right.
Bushiroad will keep on claim in Stardom, but this ends a 14-year reign as a majority owner of New Japan. So we've been podcasting as long as they've actually been owners of this company, which is insane.
Region also like with TVAshi.
What?
TVAshi is another.
Yeah, that's part of it. It's part of the whole thing. But yeah, that's the big one with Bushiroad and Siren Agent. But like, I just wanted to put those out there as 2 items that they pay attention to. It's actually coming up to Dominion in a couple of weeks. So.
Well, the other thing I heard too is AEW is pulling the stuff from New Japan.
No, it's because my AEW is a thing in Japan. They can't be in 2 places at once. That's all that is. It's not as bad as it sounds. I already talked about this. It's not nearly as bad as it sounds. That's why I didn't bring it up. Because it's not that big of a deal. It's just an international rights thing. That's all it is.
It's just moving the pieces.
It's just an international rights thing. It's literally nothing major. It's literally nothing major at all. Mm-hmm. So it's like with WWE. If they go out there, they want to have all this stuff on one banner at the same thing as AEW. Right. That's all it is. It's nothing major. Right. So all right, now let's do this.
You have entered media mode. You have entered media mode.
Now I feel better. So because I want to go back to AEW for a minute because I got a couple of one shot from AEW and some crowd shots, and then we'll tie in with the AAA at the end. But this is Christian. Never trust Christian Cage with a microphone.
Yeah.
That's what we've learned. Never trust him with a microphone during a like quit match. There was 2 incidents. One's the one I have, and one's where he literally told everyone to go fuck themselves, which made me laugh really hard. But this is the one that's been all over the place. I literally was all over my Twitter account, so I had to grab it.
I banged your mother.
We're having internet issues on here now.
I banged your mother. Well, that was not an I
I love Shivani. That was not an I quit. That was not an I quit. Fucking, who thought it was a great idea to put the bang in Christian's face? Like, who thought that was a great idea?
Banged his mom.
So normal, we have the Stadium Stampede, and normally this stuff not live. Normal circumstances, you're right. Normally this stuff is not live, but everything they did in Stadium Stampede was live. You want some snacks? I have cookies and pretzels.
I need like
But anyway, well, yeah, well, Christian's already seen this, so it's all good. This apparently we had a live shot of one of the incidents, literally right behind people in the stands of this going on, which I give them a lot of credit for doing all this shit live. And there's a funny story also attached to this. So this is the shot.
Yeah, there they are. Yep.
That's Mark Davis standing in front of that car.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Oh.
So the fact that was done live is pretty damn impressive on its own right, by the way. I want to know that. That was pretty damn impressive.
Like Tony. Mark Davis was in their car.
So here's a funny true story about this. We haven't heard this in years. That happened live, and the citizen alerts went off for safety in the area. The people thought that was real. People thought that was real. Like, goddamn. It's been a long time since that happened. Funny part is this video did not. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
A little bit, yeah.
So,
Citizens, shelter yourselves.
Rocky, the last time Tom was on, he was talking about him not hating Darby Allin. One of the people in the AEW he likes Darby Allin.
Still true.
He obviously he was world champion going into this show, and this shot came during his match from the crowd because they were in the crowd. They couldn't even have a stampede, but they can only have a title match. I don't understand that logic, but whatever. This happened in the. This is a shot from the crowd of Darby.
What's up, Darby? What's up, Darby?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You got this, Darby! Oh, bang, bang!
Bang bang,
Bang, bang. And he dies.
It's just pause. It shouldn't do it. There you go.
That's Darby, all right.
Darby jumping through a table through MJF.
What did they say? 20 feet down?
Something like that. I doubt it was that high, but pretty impressive. The fact that somebody got a shot of that's pretty fucking cool. Like,
Yeah, it's a cool
somebody got a
shot.
shot of that. It's awesome.
I just like that one. Oh my god.
Well, it's right in front of you. You had the same reaction. You had the exact same reaction that was right in front of you.
Oh, I'd be going,
So what?
yo,
I missed?
Darby!
What I missed?
We were just talking about the Jurassic bus and the citizen
Oh, yeah.
alert that went off. I thought we were talking about while you were gone. And last clip here. So remember, you know how we always joke about WrestleMania 35 and WrestleMania 35, the show that never ended?
Right.
Life.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
The show that never ended. It's almost as long, not as long as the Texas show that we're convinced is still going on. But
The first 2-day WrestleMania.
Well, no, the first Texas show. The first Texas show, the one at 32, that went on and 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 on. Well, 35 went past midnight. And WWE learned back then you shouldn't do a show in the New York area past midnight. AEW has also now learned that lesson. Because Double or Nothing went past midnight Eastern time. And people who don't know, certain train lines and bus lines shut off in New York past midnight.
Yep.
Which is the main reason why next week we're staying in Sea Caucus because they don't shut down at midnight. But I went into that problem. I actually went to a concert one time. I happened to be at a concert once. I went to see the American Ladies. And we missed our train because we stopped to get some pizza. And we missed our train to Rutherford because the last train left at midnight. And we had to go to Lyndhurst and walk to Rutherford to get to our car. But that's a plane automobile story. That's a whole different thing. But
it's just this whole thing is just baiting me into correlating it into the whole reason I don't care for AEW overall. They don't learn from wrestling's past mistakes. This was like the debacle at 35 with people not being able to get back to their hotels
We're talking about.
it was a big deal. And it was the thing to talk about for like the next couple days.
Yeah, like
And
people are still talking about it this day. People are still talking about it.
Yeah,
I heard
so-
he brought it up on the Nikki's Club recently. He just brought it up. He just
so
brought
like
it up.
just like chair shots to the head, maybe don't do the thing that caused the problem to begin with.
So this is what happened after Double or Nothing in Queens, New York. Look at this crowd. And these people were stranded in Queens for hours after that.
And it's the video feed is choppy on my end, but that looks like a stampede hazard.
That's a lot of people.
Oh, that choppy video.
That's how his name because he's on a phone. Remember, he's on a phone and his Wi-Fi just turned back on because of the power. So he's not good right now.
Look, there's no bus, no train.
No automobile.
What are they getting on Gilligan's Island?
You set it up. You
I
set the
know,
joke up. You
I
set the
know.
joke up. So, all right, that's it for AEW. Let's jump over to AAA. We joke about it, we talk about it, and we'll get into it in a minute, but it's underestimated. I swear to God, if you're not watching AAA, and I try to explain this to these guys, and Tom, you fully understand this. If you're not watching AAA, you don't realize how overrun Grande Americano is. You don't understand if you watch it. And I try to explain this to my friend Josh, who is seeing the advertising and seeing the promotion, but only seeing the American side. He's not watching the Mexican side of it. And I keep telling him, like, you have to watch it. You don't understand what's going on down there. You don't get it, and let's just sort it for yourself. Well, further proof. This clip popped up all over my Twitter account, so I had to share it from right after he got back to Mexico. And this is after that whole sing-along clip we saw that whole sing-along thing he did. This is him and his girlfriend and interacting with the crowd. And then this also is the thing in Mexico. This mural is up
Yes.
in Mexico. So
I got nothing.
this is ridiculous. So Tom, I'm going to throw it to you before we even get the AAA stuff. Your opinion on the whole like Grande as someone who has been watching every single solitary week this entire time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It feels like a throwback to 1980s, 1970s babyface fervor. Like the Mexican fans believe in this guy, and as we touched on last time I was on, it is humorous that he's very, very European, and it's not much of a secret. It's part of the joke, but he comes across. I mean, of course, speaking the language is a huge boon to this, but he comes across as so genuine in his reverence for the country and its people. And even if it may have been, I don't know how much of it would have been an act at first, but even if a huge part of it would have been an act at first, I have to believe at this point, after touring the country, the major cities, and meeting so many fans, he probably does genuinely love it. And it is just remarkable to see, particularly that event that you just showed a clip from. That was after his arrest. And consider the current social climate. If anything, especially with those clickbaity headlines that came out with like, oh, Ludwig Kaiser arrested in relation to aggressive intimacy situation. Most people in this world would just leap straight. Like, I went out of my way to look for this kind of thing because I like Ludwig Kaiser a lot and I was concerned about the situation. I wanted to Sherlock Holmes the situation myself, which after doing so, it kind of seems like somebody basically told him to get a room and then he shoved the guy against the wall and then walked away. That's my interpretation based on the information that we've heard so far.
I will say the video footage came out and there was a whole punch the guy. There's no punches thrown. There was
it doesn't sound like that at all.
I showed security footage. Let me help the security up. It's real security footage. It's real.
Okay.
And there was no punches thrown. So that's
I'll need to see that. Yeah, the place where the guy had the contusion and the description of what happened, it did not sound like there were any punches thrown.
There was not.
But this is the kind of situation where just based on the clickbaity headlines and people's short attention spans and vindictiveness these days, no matter how much someone is beloved, I was waiting for people to just leap on this like, oh, he's the next one we're taking down. He's awful. He abused someone. And instead, people are loving him even more.
You know what's funny,
Because-
Tom? Back to your clickbaity headlines. The funny part of the clickbaity headlines is there was that headline that came out that said he was defending his girlfriend because they said they were going to call ice on her. And I'm sorry, in Mexico, that makes you more of a hero. That makes you more
Exactly.
of a hero.
And what I've seen repeatedly, like if you look at the posts about him from the AAA account, the comments are almost exclusively Mexican or at least Spanish speaking. I'm not sure, but
Doesn't matter.
Mexican or Spanish speaking fans who are all saying, you're one of us now, and like, I know that's perpetuating a negative stereotype, but that's what they are saying. They're
Exactly.
embracing him
They're saying
even
it.
more.
They're
Yeah.
accepting him. They accepted
Yeah.
him. Like, it's crazy. Like, I can't get over it. I can't get over how crazy this is. Like,
Relative to the reach of the promotion, I believe he is the most over person in WWE right now.
Oh,
I can agree with that.
without a doubt.
I can totally agree with that sentiment.
And the reason why he's so beloved in Mexico, especially after this, he was defending his woman's honor.
Either way, no matter what the story is, he's defending his girl who is
Yeah.
Hispanic. And like, it's a big deal. Like, it's a very big deal. Like,
Yeah. Like she's legit part of the storyline. Like they know her.
And even before all this happened, he was so over in AAA that he got so over not only with the crowd, but with
The
the
babies.
promotions.
We showed that clip a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago. We showed a couple weeks ago with him kissing babies and everything. A couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he was shaking babies and kissing hands.
You know, when he was kissing the hands of the promotion's owner, and she was just eating it up. So I mean, that's how over he is.
So, all right, we'll get more into that when we get to the match in a couple of minutes. Let's get into some AAA stuff. Next little while is going to be all AAA stuff, people. First of all, on this past week's show, we found out Rey Mysterio is now the AAA general
I was
manager.
about to say Rey Mysterio is the Rey general manager.
No, because I have the notes for probably on the run sheet. There's like Rey de Reyes on it for the next thing on here. So like I have a whole bunch of Reys on this run sheet right now. But Rey Mysterio is the AAA general manager. This is a very cool thing. I love this. It actually adds more credibility, I think, for WWE fans watching the show.
All I'm saying is now because the general manager, the new person who took over his spot, oh my god.
Oh, Savio Vega, by the way.
Oh, Savio Vega. Yeah.
By the way, he has to step into the role better. That first night was rough. His first night was rough. Like, that was a rough first night.
I was kind of wondering, like, oh, who is this new guy? And then once they said it was Savio, I was like, oh, yay,
The
Savio.
problem was we were a couple minutes late because we were finishing Collision, and then we jumped over to watch AAA. We jumped over. It took a couple minutes to get over, so we missed the very, very, very beginning of the show. So we got in right in time when Ray got announced as GM, so we got to watch that whole segment. And then I'm like, why does that voice sound familiar? Like, why is that? I couldn't figure out who it was. And then Corey said Savio. I'm like, Savio Vega? But all keep in mind, by the time we got to this, we're open on the show. Me and Mandy were very, very high. By the time we got to this point of the show, by the time we got to this, so I thought I was hearing things.
Oh my goodness.
So I needed the next day to confirm that it was Savio Vega. I needed the next day.
Did he kind of gel well with Corey? And
No,
JBL?
absolutely not, actually. So I need him to get better. I need him to get better at this. It was his first night. I'll let him go. It was his first night. It was probably last minute.
Here's a perfect example. Is it the football announcer? First night was not good, but now he was really good.
Joe Tess.
That's
Joe Tess is
yeah.
amazing.
perfect example.
Even Mark Nash. Mark Nash is another great example. He
that's a
was not
perfect
good at the beginning,
The
and I
first
love him
day,
now.
Not bad, but now he's perfect.
Yeah, perfect example, actually. Joe Tess and Mark Nash are perfect
Yeah, there
examples
you go.
of that,
There's an
actually.
example.
I can see Savio and JBL kind of going head.
The problem is, okay, Tom, you have to confirm this with me. They're not there, right? The three of them aren't there.
Oh no,
right?
it's possible that there are certain instances where they are not. But just like with NXT, for the most part, they're there, but then there might be certain shows where then they're doing it live to tape after the fact.
Because I'm just wondering this because as the person that does editing, and I know my editing tricks, there are times it sounds like I'm in the same room. the three of them are in the same room. It feels like a lot of times.
And I think that well, I don't know which specific examples you're talking about, but that may be just like the Full Sail era of NXT kind of thing, where every once in a while during the interstitials, then yes, that was recorded in a studio after the fact. And
It just felt like there are certain shows, like I watched the last 2 months. I watched the last 2 months of shows where it felt like there was like a weird pause and a delay in answers. Like you're on a delay. Like sometimes we're having connection issues during a show. Well, that kind of stuff. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Edits.
You're not wrong. It's the kind of thing that makes me wish that I was, rather than just having like a casual understanding of a bunch of different languages as I do, like I can understand some Spanish, I can understand some German, so on, but I can't speak them fluently. I wish I had the ability to like tune into the Spanish commentary on Raw so I could see if maybe they have the same thing going on, because they kind of have to pause to understand and then translate in their head.
It just felt
So
like
I wonder if that's what's happening.
Like it feels like to me like Corey's at home, JBL's at home, and Ray's at home, and then the three of them are talking. They're doing the three of them, and it felt like they were throwing to each other on a Zoom call while doing commentary.
And they
Are you saying like they're phoning it in? Is that?
So they're both keep in mind, Corey's busy.
That's what we're doing after they're phoning in.
Like is Corey in Italy this week? I think is Corey in Italy this week? Like I don't even know. I'm obviously avoiding SmackDown spoilers for tonight. So like I have no clue who's on the commentary team tonight. If it's Joe and Wade or it's Cole and them, because I think Cole said that him and Corey are doing Sunday show, which that means they're in Italy. That means he's not in Mexico on Saturday.
Yeah, I guess that would be true. I was about to remind you, like, oh, but remember, they tape 3 shows at a time, and only the first one is live. But yeah, that would. But
Saturday's supposed to be live, right? Tomorrow's show's supposed to be live. So like,
Corey's a workhorse, though, man.
Corey went from I'm just putting in my job to having jobs everywhere all the time. Like he's the busiest person going on right now.
You're right, though. There are some awkward pauses, and even contrarily, they talk over each other a lot.
Which is not normal. Which is not normal for Corey, especially. Yeah. Even Booker doesn't talk over Vic that much.
Yeah,
even that doesn't happen.
I know. Last time I did say they're my current favorite commentary team, and I mean, shoot, I love Book too. I guess I kind of like train wreck commentary teams because I do still enjoy them, but none of what you're saying is wrong at all.
So, but all right, let's get into the show that is happening this Saturday. It is AAA Noche de la Grandes. Is that how you said that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you. I am terrible at Spanish. I love the Hispanic culture. I love the Hispanic ladies. I can't speak a lick of the language.
The man's honest.
I'm trying my damnedest. I'm not. And the fact that we cover a Spanish company and a Japanese company, I don't understand a damn thing that's going on. Says a lie about how good I am at this job. Doing this. So, but anyway, let's get through the show. Let's see here. The matches that are announced. First of all, we have the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship match. It is Laredo Kid versus Ray Phoenix in a rematch from last week's show. I'm excited for this. I have a feeling they're going to put this belt on Ray Phoenix so that Ray and Penta are holding belts for Triple Mania.
Right. I don't see any reason not to.
What do you think, Tom?
I think the appeal of the Lucha Brothers reuniting is big enough, and the more important thing here is to double down on Laredo Kid's heel turn. You could do that the other way, and Laredo Kid loses, and he's a sore loser. There are multiple ways to go, and I admit that this being a new enough thing as something I watch, I'm still growing accustomed to who's who and how booking feels about them. My instinct is double down on Laredo Kid's heel turn and let him keep the belt. But that's my shot in the dark. But this is the one for me that's most difficult to predict on the night.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I'm just trying to think. He's had the belt since December 2024.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. He's had the belt. I looked it up on Wikipedia. December 7, 2024 is when he won the belt.
Yeah.
That's a long reign. They went through a whole ownership change. What he had this belt. They went through a whole ownership change. Like, so that's a big deal. Another match. You told me this match was happening 6 months ago. I would never believe you, but I'm actually
now I know which one you're teeing up. Another longtime champion.
AAA World.
Oh, this is not the one I thought you were teeing up.
No, we'll get to that in a minute. AAA World Tag Team Champions is Pagago and Psycho Clown defending against the War Raiders. What the fuck? Okay, funny part. So I watch AAA usually on Sunday morning. On Sunday morning, I usually watch it. And I want to hit the count on YouTube because he has commercial free. So I can get the commercial free. And I love the theme music of AAA.
It's great. Yeah.
I love the theme music so much. But anyway, one of my favorite theme music of all the wrestling shows. I watch my favorite one. But anyway, so Mandy's watching the show with me. And I completely forgot to mention the War Raiders were on the show. And we're watching Picano versus O'Connor in the tag match. It wasn't even their tag match, a different match. And all of a sudden, the
Yeah.
War Raiders attack.
You hear the horn, like,
He's like,
what?
wait, the War Raiders? What the hell? What the hell's going on? So, this match is happening. I'm excited for this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for this.
The only 2 words he had to teach them were cerveza, which is beer, and baño, which is bathroom. And they're good.
Oh my lord! But are the War Raiders for the tag team titles? Which is a weird sentence to say.
Oh man, I just said that the last one was the most difficult one to predict. This could go either way, and I think it hinges on what are the War Raiders factored into the main roster tag scene, and I feel they should be because they just
They're not,
cut.
though, but they're not.
They could come back. They just cut 5 tag teams. I feel like the tag division is hurting and they need to do something about that. And these guys are good. I was not their biggest fan for a long time. I said so many just like blah things about them on PWT Talks NXT when they were in NXT. But I've come around on them in a big way in the past couple of years, and I'm glad to see them back and cutting loose in AAA. But it does feel to me like the more important storyline is what's going on with Psycho Circus. And for me, I would like to see them, the characters, prove to one another, hey, it was all just a misunderstanding. We're all good here. We're brothers, and everything's fine. And they managed to overcome. But it's another one that's really difficult to predict. The War Raiders might just win, and
Yeah, I like the storyline. I do like the storyline with them, because I've never seen a team where they hate each other so damn much, but are so damn good as a team. They hate each other. They just spite each other. Like, it's hysterical.
If the War Raiders
This team, they hate
win
each other so
the
much.
belt, this could possibly be the catalyst that basically binds the whole team together and say, now we want to get the belts back, and this is the way we're going to do it.
And possibly other teams in the division as well. Yeah.
Because you remember, aiming for Triple Mania at the end of the day. Everything leading to Triple Mania. So that's the important part. Now the match you probably were talking. Well, we have 3 matches. One's a title match, and the other 2 are not. One is the Latin American Championship. It is El Hijo del Grande Americano Jr., which Mandy hates his name so much, but I love reading it out. Versus El Hijo del Vikingo.
It's El Hijo del versus Del.
Pretty much. Exactly.
It's
exactly right.
Translated, it's the son of Dr. Wagner Jr. and the son of
Vikingo. But
no, actually, isn't the son, because it's son of, then what's the extra L translate to?
I don't know.
It depends. Oh, well, it's a gender thing, but
because if it's Dr. Wagner Jr., it should be El Hijo de Vikingo, not Del Vikingo.
Maybe Vikingo is a feminine word in the Spanish language, and that's why they put the L on there.
I'm looking at here.
It's a genuine question.
According to Wikipedia, he's actually part of the faction The Eye. I didn't know that. But I have no idea what it means.
Del
is also kind of used like of the.
Oh well, yeah. No, Vikingo's part of The Eye. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out the translation. That's all. I'm trying to figure out the translation.
El Hijo del.
El Hijo del.
No, if it's. I'm talking about Wagner Jr.
Got it. Back to him.
Because it's El Hijo de, but then it's El Hijo del for Vikingo.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. It's a very good point, actually.
If they're both the son of, wouldn't it just be the exact same spelling for both?
That's a good point, actually. Good point.
With Vikingo, it's of the.
Okay, I got it. El Hijo del Vikingo is the son of the Viking. Not the son of not the son of a Vikingo. He's the son of the Viking, which is a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. Is the son of Dr. Wagner Jr. That's actually legitimate. There you go. There we go. We gotta figure it out. There you go.
It was a genuine question.
No, I didn't know the answers. I googled it. I didn't know what the answer was.
He's the son of the Viking.
Yes. So there you go. That answers that question.
You just said it's the son of Dr. Wagner and the son of the Vikingo. I was like.
No, it's the Viking. It's the Viking. There you go. Problem solved.
How he said it, I thought it was the same thing.
Problem solved. There you go.
Continue on.
It's one of those rare times where AI is actually convenient. Those rare times.
Oh, speaking, a fun fact about that: if you put in if you search something up in the minus AI, they get rid of the AI
I know
first thing.
I know that. But anyway, back to this
tool.
match. Back to this match, though. This is an interesting one.
AI overview. Oh yeah, overview. If you put that in there, it gets rid of it immediately.
Cool. I've heard of that. But anyway, this match is intriguing. I don't know what to do here. I honestly don't know what they're going to do here. Because Vikingo can't go for the world title as long as Dom's holding the belt.
Oh, that was the rule, right? Was
He had the stipulation when Dom beat him the second time. That Vikingo cannot go for the Mega Championship right now, as long as Dom's holding the belt.
triple A.
But so I don't expect him to lose the belt until WrestleMania. So that leaves us here, and we'll get to who has the next title shot in a few minutes. But because we already had that set. But Tom, what do you think?
I think Vikingo takes it because, mostly because Dr. Wagner Jr. has a lot of enemies right now, it seems like. And I feel like I think we're going to get interference in this one. And I think somebody's going to screw Dr. Wagner Jr. And putting this belt on Hijo del Vikingo seems to me like a fair way to boost his optics after some high-profile losses.
By the way, he's also had this belt for a year, almost a year at this point too. He won it back in August. So there you go.
Well, the thing too with Dr. Wagner Jr. is that his dad also has enemies, and the enemies.
Yeah, I remember that came up. I remember it came up in a past match. Came up in a past
and
match.
His enemies from his father are also attacking the son.
Yeah.
So it would make sense that.
Which is the most Mexican thing I've ever heard. That is the most Mexican thing I've ever heard.
Not only do we hate your dad, we hate you too. So here, if we're gonna beat him up, we're gonna kick your ass too. So
That is the most Mexican cartel thing ever. It really is.
Mob boss bullshit.
Yeah, so I see even Kingo getting on top of it and taking the belt.
Okay. I'm going to pick Vikingo, but I don't know. This is a toss-up. This is really the toss-up, but I'm going to go Vikingo.
The referee.
Referee, yes. So next match, I call this my...
No. To quote a match from WCW, you pin the guy, you count it.
All right, so this next match, I call this my heaven. I call this my heaven. It's La Catalina, NXT Women's Champion and AAA Mega Mixed Tag Team Champion Lola Vice and Micro Bailey versus La Texicas, Reina de Reyes Champion Lady Flammer, Lahia and Marvilla. Oh my God!
Wasn't it a Flema? Wasn't there?
It depends on what it says Lady Flamer on Wikipedia, so I'll just go with it.
Because in the game it says A. I'm like,
maybe you're right. Who knows? Maybe you're correct. So, but I'm just gonna be honest here. I don't even care. I don't even care. So, funny story. So I'm gonna be honest. We don't talk AAA as much on here. We probably should, but back when La Flama, she broke the record. Lady Flamer broke the record, and they had that ceremony. I literally am watching, and I'm like, I was not aware of your game, ladies. I was not aware of your game. So, holy shit, I am not aware. And that was the night that Catalina debuted. So I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is going on in this company? And literally, I messaged my friend Josh about this, and they're like, wow, it totally fits you. It totally fits your gimmick. Totally fits your brand. Totally fits your brand. So I'm in heaven with this match. This is going to be phenomenal for me.
There with you.
I expect La Catalina to get the pinfall on Lady Flama going into Triple Mania, but I'm happy. I'm a happy person at the end of the day. I'm ahead.
Yeah, the good news is that the wrestling will also be good.
Exactly. You're not wrong. You just have to be the best what you asked for. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. My question is, will it be Catalina, whom I'm very glad to see back, or will it be Bailey getting the cover? Because I could see either of them going for the title. I do, Catalina's definitely the longer term project as far as the promotion goes, but Bailey is somebody that I not only see as somebody who would want to do more business with AAA, but how much does somebody like Undertaker or whoever is in charge of these decisions want to see her challenge for that title, whether it's at a big show or at just a regular weekly taping. So that's my question. It's definitely the baby faces winning because Las Toxicas have nothing to lose here. Absolutely nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
So the only other non sequitur I'll throw in, because this is the part of the show to do it, is that I am really hoping that they sign Yulisa Mexa to return. She was Yulisa Leon in NXT, and I absolutely loved her. And she has come into her own so much stronger on the Mexican independence. I would love to see her join AAA. It's not going to happen here, but I'm just Throwing it out there.
You're throwing it out there. You're throwing it out there into the ether. See what happens.
Yeah.
So let me put this to you, Tom. Is this a match that's easy on the eyes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna want to Clockwork Orange yourself so you don't miss a single instant.
I just wow. So much going on here.
When the ladies get into a cat fight, all things are.
I really do try to not be the typical guy on this show,
Right.
but this match is too easy. It's just too easy with this one.
Sometimes they make it really
Here's the
difficult
best
on
part.
us.
Here's the best part of having a wife who's bi. She understands watching this. She completely gets it. She gets it.
Yeah.
So understandable too. So okay, let's move on to the main event that everybody is talking about. We've all been talking about. It's the biggest match we've seen in we've had in a long time in Mexico. It is Mask versus Mask. It is the Reyes de Reyes winner, El Grande Americano, and the Mexican hero versus the original El Grande Americano.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's El Grande Americano, the handshaker, the baby kisser, the hero, the hero of everything. Yeah.
Well, by the way,
Mexican's national hero.
Make sure I put down Reyes de Reyes winner because that makes him number one contender for Dominic Mysterio. So I just want to throw that out there.
Who got his sword stolen by?
That's actually how this started. So the fight, I have no. I love the fact that I know nothing about the Reyes de Reyes winner whatsoever, and they put it over like it's the biggest fucking thing in the world. And then when El Grande original took the sword, it was the biggest crime against humanity of all time. Like, oh my god, it was amazing.
The sword is the ultimate troll.
I know, I understand, but like the way they explained it and the way that crowd put it over, it was amazing. It was incredible.
It's like he just stole the fucking Declaration of Independence over there. Jesus Christ.
It was absolutely incredible. I've never seen anything like it before. It was incredible.
He would have to go out of the way to protect his butt because if someone got to him.
By the way, I've heard rumors that Raw and that next Monday, Chad Gable will be turning on Raw.
Ah.
So I've heard that rumor. It's been over a year, so I'm just wondering.
Long rehab.
Wasn't he in Canada helping the orphans?
So, no, he was injured. He was legitimately hurt. He had an injury. He had surgery. He had himself beat back up.
The only mass wrestler I know who helps the orphans is
El Generico, of course.
Yes,
Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That is exactly. But no, all jokes aside.
You think we'll see? We'll see him for this
one
match?
day, maybe one day.
El Grande versus El Generico. Make it happen.
But
ladder match.
All jokes aside.
Oh God.
All jokes aside, this match is going to be fun. This is going to be awesome. This crowd is going to make this match go up a full star as if anyone goes about star rating. That's just it. This crowd is going to be electric for this. It's underrated.
It's going to be one of the biggest parts of the match.
Yeah, it's underrated. I legitimately, I keep saying this, but it's so underrated. People don't get it. And so you watch it. I hope more people watch this match because it's going to be fucking great.
Yeah, it's incredible, and it's absolutely bizarre. See, like I'm super into this, and yet when they get to the El Grande Americano segments on Raw, it's fast forward material. It's just filler. You know, it's
the same way.
Yeah, it's bizarre. And it's also really weird to see crowds just not quite catching on. Like I get it. The roles are flip-flopped and they play their characters differently. But like Chad Gable is so despicable. We talked about Ludwig Kaiser before. Chad Gable is so despicable as the original El Grande Americano. Now, being completely honest, could I envision a scenario where the heroic El Grande loses this and loses his mask? I could, because it would be really shocking, and he's also, as I always seem to find a way to point out, he's an extremely pretty man. In NXT, I used to say that he needs to do a male model gimmick. He is an exceptionally pretty man.
Ironically, the uglier one got the gimmick.
That's ironic. That is very ironic. That is a very good point. By the way, he wrestled on Impact last night.
But getting real. I actually hadn't heard that. That's good for him. Good for him.
Actually, I made a joke yesterday that all three members of Imperium had matches this week because maybe it was on last night. We have Grande, obviously Ludwig, and then Gunther's in one of the main events on Sunday. It's crazy how all three in different companies had matches this week.
And where's old Alexander Wolf? Where's
I was literally about to say, where's the fourth
But like
one?
the three of them, though, it's so weird how all three of them had matches this week on TV. It's weird how that happened.
maybe he's in progress with Damo.
I haven't heard anything. I'll look it up while we're talking. Go ahead.
I do believe those two started tagging. Going back to their Sanity days. I don't know if they're still. Anyway,
I'll look it up. I'll look it up while we talk. Yeah.
So I play devil's advocate by saying it's not impossible that Ludwig loses this. Not impossible, but come on, you have to ride the lightning of this. It's like it's both a super obvious result and one that is just it's going to be so involving. I'm absolutely looking forward to riding the waves of this match and just being super into it and popping for the finish and then continuing to ride it like you suggested all the way to Triple Mania.
The question I have for this match is the unmasking go two different ways. One, the traditional luchador way of the loser takes off their own themselves, or Ludwig ripping it off of Chad Gable.
I think Gable's got to chicken out, and he's got to say no, I'm not going to do it, and then they've got to apprehend him, like the Pete Dunne and whatever they call it. Yeah, they've got to go grab him, and then Ludwig's got to rip it off.
But no, that was because it is a mask versus match and mask versus mask match. Say that 10 times fast.
Seriously.
But in traditional luchador style, this one talks about it.
Yes.
They take it off themselves.
Correct.
Which is always the traditional style.
Right.
It's the respectful way to do it. But when it comes down to this one, there is no respect here. That's the problem with that match because majority of the time it's respectful. Take it off yourself.
Correct.
But because it's disrespectful, I'm expecting the rip off how you explain it right there. They're going to hold him down, kind of a thing.
The funny part is, what's the crowd reaction going to be to Chad Gable's face? Is anybody even going to care?
They're going to look at this guy and go, "What the hell is it?"
Is anybody even going to give a shit? They just want Grande to win. That's all they care about. That's all they truly care about out there.
I love the little barbs that have been thrown into the promos. Like all you're ever going to be is a shorty.
I know, just randomly said that. I caught that too.
Shorty G.
By the way, so anyone you asked about Alexander Wolf, Axel Kaiser, by the way, is his name now in the UK.
Okay.
And he actually just had a match last week. He just wrestled last week. He is wrestling in the indie circuit in the UK. GWF. He was actually in a world title match recently, and he also was in WXW.
Yes, I knew about that one. I believe that's where he's tagging with Damo. But good.
Titles in WXW right now.
Is Damo?
Big Damo is Killing Dane. You're right. You're right about that. Yes. But yeah. So anyway, I wanted to put that. I wanted to just wrap that up. And I was looking it up while we were talking.
Wasn't it Sandy, Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, Eric
Young, and Nikki Cross. Yes, and that's how. And then obviously the two of them got married. So Killian Dane and Nikki Cross got married. So there you go.
Are they still married?
Yeah, they brought progress. They brought progress together. So there you go. So.
Here's the thing.
But back to your point though about going the other way. The problem is if this wasn't as over as it was, and as fire as it was, and the possibility of a riot happening in that building, and normal circumstances, we joke about the side like if Cena wins, be riot. And we always joke about that, right? We always joke about it. Whenever it actually maybe it's happened, I think if he lost, it would happen here. Like that's what would happen.
They're going to bring back the burning pennies and the cups of urine and the throwing batteries and setting the seats on fire.
And as old school as Mark Calloway is, I don't see him wanting that to happen. I just don't see that happening.
JBL will be like, Savio, this is just like back in Puerto Rico.
He hit his arm. I dropped my phone and he hit his arm picking it up for me.
I'm not in.
Yeah. We have a couple of tables set up for our stuff, and he hit his arm on the tables.
But no, I really need to see the Chad Gable Grande.
Yeah.
Yep. Being the visual of him being dragged back by Bravo and
Rio.
Rio.
It's just the comedy factor of Chad probably kicking his feet trying to get
Yeah.
away.
You know that's what's gonna happen. You know
Yeah.
it. You know it.
But
You can see the visual. You can see it.
But then-
Like-
El Grande Americano Original is going to call on his
well, that's Bravo Mio. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Rudo and,
No.
and Julio.
But they're going to be gone by then. They'll be
Yeah,
taken
yeah.
out by then.
That's-
I
Yeah.
guarantee they'll be taken out during the match. The two of them
Yeah.
are taken out by them during the match. I can just picture this whole match in my head. I can just see exactly what we're doing, and it's going to be just like that. And everyone's going to be so happy.
It's just like Rock and Hogan in Toronto.
yeah. It's you see it. You see it. Right?
But here's the thing that has happened in Mexican culture when it comes to mask is basically they'll rip one mask off and there'll be a new mask underneath.
What is this? No, there was
Are you Batman?
No, there was a
No.
okay. I'll just say there was a. I remember there was a Darkwing Duck comic that just had the exact same storyline in Disney Adventure magazine one time, where they were doing this whole like we're taking the mask of superheroes off, and somebody took it was like they finally got Darkwing, took the mask off, and he was wearing another mask, another mask after that mask, like this went on for I'm laughing at that. Or I'll do this for Sal.
Okay.
Or Sting wearing the mask of himself over himself.
That's the one. That's the
what it
one.
sounds- that is one of Sal's favorite gimmicks of all time. Favorite things ever.
Mexican culture comes with lucha libre. When you take off your mask, you retire that character.
But here is
But-
different. Here is different. It's
but-
different this time.
But
Oh,
there's nothing from you stopping getting another mask and being a new character.
Does
Mm.
Rey Mysterio break that mold?
Yes, Ray's a whole different role. Ray never wanted to take his mask off in WWE. He never wanted to take it off. So
Ray is
WCW?
we all forget that. The weird part is we all kind of forgive that, and we all move on. We all kind of
Yeah.
forgive that, and we just.
But that's
the thing,
but that does to
Go ahead.
prove your point wrong, because I do like point prove wrong.
No way.
Rey Mysterio was the exception for that.
Yeah, well, Ray again. No, Ray's different. Ray is different because, as always said, we kind of forgave that because that was not his decision. He didn't want to lose the mask. That was an Eric Bischoff, Kevin Nash decision.
Correct.
So that
And
was
then
never
And then
his.
when he came back, he just put it back on.
When we were in 2002, when he debuted WWE,
Yeah.
back a mask on, and has not touched it since. That was 24 years ago. That was 24 years ago, which is absolutely crazy.
He's
Yeah,
got new masks.
yeah. I mean, but that was 24.
Yeah.
That was 24 years ago.
Jesus.
God damn, that was 24
But
years ago when he came back to
here's
WWE. That's amazing to me. I'm sorry, I just thought about that.
Here's the thing with Rey Mysterio is when he put the business and wrestling on the map, he marketed it for everyone, not just kids. And
It's
stuff,
true.
but for everyone. And he did the same thing for AAA.
So, all right.
And
When
he's
you-
bringing this resurgence, which is great.
When you think of Rey Mysterio, the first outfit that comes to mind is that bright red one.
What is it? The Daredevil one?
Yeah, no, not the red outfit, like the red pants, the red.
Oh yeah.
with
Good point.
The blue 619 on the side. The figure I have.
The funny part is when we think about 2002 in a series, I just brought up, the two things I think of is him on his debut show jumping off a cage and helping Edge versus Kurt Angle in a cage and jumping off a cage on his first night on SmackDown, and then that match against Kurt Angle at SummerSlam to open up SummerSlam 2002. That just came up on my TikTok page a couple weeks ago. And we watched that TikTok a couple weeks ago. They popped up, and I was like, "This match is still phenomenal." And that was not SummerSlam 2002. One of the best SummerSlam shows of all time, by the way.
Yeah.
Legitimately
Yeah,
one of the best
absolutely.
SummerSlam of all time.
The other reason why
So-
Ray's knees are so bad is remember the entrance started coming pop up.
Yep.
And he would have to land.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, all right, we got to move on. We have Clash.
Osprey's fucked in that case.
We're gonna go from Mexico, and we're gonna jump over to Italy. We're gonna jump over to Italy.
We're flying
For the
overseas for this one.
family.
Yeah, we're going over to Italy, and this is actually Clash in Italy, WWE Clash in Italy, happening on Sunday afternoon here in the Central Time Zone. We will not be watching the show live. We had a birthday party that we had no choice we have to be at, so we'll watch it when we get back. Meaning no spoilers when we get home. This is for you over here, Mr. Old Man over here. We respected you enough to give you spoilers on the pay-per-views you missed. Please do the same.
Okay.
And Tom, are you frozen?
Oh no, I'm thinking. I'm in deep thought.
You after these things so long, we thought it was frozen. We thought it was frozen.
I'm trying to figure out what I think is going to happen in the tribal combat match.
We'll get there. We will get there.
No, I saw you stop, and I was like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, legitimately, we thought your feet froze or something. You're standing there like,
So
what? I can't sit still that long. I can't sit still that long. So I was like, what the hell just happened? Okay, let's do this. Let's get to the
Am I
Dome.
correct in hearing that this is the first time they've had WWE in Italy?
A PLE in Italy. They had Raw in Italy. They had Raw. Remember that Santino Marella debut, remember?
Oh,
Way back when. Way back when. Santino debuted on a Raw in Italy way back when. So they've had Raws in Italy. They've never had a PLE pay-per-view in Italy. It's the first time they're doing that. So let's get to it. Let's start with the women. There you go. My tripod was a little weird there. It is the WWE Women Intercontinental Championship match. It is Becky Lynch defending against Sol Ruca. Rematch from Saturday night's main event, and I'm going to guarantee you that Jesse Carr is doing the refereeing because that seems to be what's going on.
No, you're wrong.
What?
It's going to be Stephanie.
Christ, you can't just name your referees from your feed.
Okay, fine. Well, goddamn it, Black Man Sam and Ching Chong Ling Long. Call it a fucking day.
Anyway, that joke went over people's head right there. Anyway,
Wow.
So Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. Tom, start with you.
I think it's very obvious that Becky's going to win. Sol already got put over Becky on TV or on a Saturday night's main event. So Becky's just going to win this, and Sol gets put over in essence through having the feud. I just hope from this, and I don't think we're going to see anything revolutionary as far as storytelling. I think it'll be the same kind of Becky Lynch match that we've been getting with Jessica Carr involved and everything. I just hope that Sol can shed some of the nerves that I believe she's been feeling since going up to the main roster. I think we're getting a Rhea Ripley thing from her where we know she can be great, but in her early days being on the biggest stage, I think she's got some nerves. And that's not just seeing like, oh, there are a couple moves that she's slipping up that normally she would nail every time on NXT. That's also in the promos and everything. I think we're seeing a bit of verklumptness from Sol. So she needs to get more comfortable.
No, I thought about this because you just said Rhea back when she debuted. I feel like a mid-card title would have been perfect back then.
Mm-hmm.
Or Rhea. This is perfect for Sol. A mid-card title feud is perfect for her because that's what the mid-card titles are for people call-ups and things like that. That's why having Tiffany holding the U.S. over on SmackDown makes sense to me.
Yes,
like this is what the mid-card titles are for.
For Tiffany, she was pushed way too early.
Yeah, it was the first example. That's exactly like Rhea. Rhea is exactly the same thing. And back to Tom's point. You actually helped me a point. You actually helped me a point. Because back to Tom's point where Rhea was pushed way too soon. If there was a mid-card title at the time, that would have been perfect for her to get the things out. I think that's perfect for Sol right now. I think Sol is going to win the title because I think they're going to use this to help her get the things out.
Okay.
Snatcher is going to be
one
hell of a fucking thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm going to have to agree with Tom.
Okay.
I think the man has come to kick Sol's ass.
Wow, that was the thing that happened.
Back over here because I was running.
That was the thing that happened. That was the thing that happened.
Can you play something for me just run real quick?
Yeah, I didn't have my screen up. Hang on, I got my volume I turned down because I was checking something. I was checking something. I didn't want to add several.
Are you going to waste my fucking time again?
Next clip.
Anyway.
Okay, so real quick round of yes, no. Does Sol Ruca need to change her finisher? Not because she has missed it the past couple times, but because it dazzles you the first time, and then every other time you're like, yeah, this looks really fake.
I don't mind it because it's all like the RKO. It's all like the RKO where it came out of nowhere. It hit it out of nowhere.
Here, let's one thing. A couple of.
I know you love the Soul Snatcher. So I want to hear your opinion on this. I want you to love that move.
Soul Snatcher, it's good, but the problem is that you can hit out of nowhere. But sometimes if there's no out of nowhere, there's a long setup to it. But the problem is why she's probably messing up is the nervousness. So I can't. You can't blame her for botching it.
Because let's go to that last match against Zarya, when she hit it on the outside, and she was hitting it from different places and all this kind of cool stuff against Zarya.
But for her debut, what she had on Becky, she caught herself really fucking well. She caught herself.
Yeah,
really well.
yeah. I feel like the only way to solve my personal issue with the move is that it would need to be a tag team move, because the biggest problem with it is that there's no way to get your opponent to be in position for it. You just have to start going for it, and then the opponent just needs to dive. And
that's the equivalent of Javon's cutter, though. There is no setup.
There's a lot of moves like that, though. There are a lot of moves like that.
Javon's cutter, the opponent has to awkwardly like.
I feel like that's the equivalent of somebody moving into place for a high flying finishing move.
You're not wrong. I just feel like this one takes it to the next level of really egregious, like.
But I love the move personally.
This is why I wanted your opinion. I want you to love that move.
I generally do love the move, the Soul Snatcher. But sometimes how protected it is. It's the one winged angel of the goddamn WWE right now. So
Zari's
Zari's the only person.
the only
that
thing
can
out of it. Zari's the only one. So.
and I don't think it's gonna be like the one winged angel. I don't think anyone's gonna hit on Soul. I don't think anyone's ever gonna try it on Soul.
I don't think anyone's flexible enough to do that.
No.
I don't think anyone else is.
I will be damned if I see and clip this, please. I will be damned if someone hits the Soul Snatcher on Soruka. I will be damned.
Okay.
Well, to kind of
Writing in the notes.
echo the sentiment,
Writing in the notes.
when someone was in NXT, the timing was spot on.
But
And
also,
like
NXT they have more time to rehearse.
Yes.
Right. But
They have more time to rehearse down there.
like Tom's saying, she still got the nervous thing because being called up, and now you're getting thrust into a big PLE that's in Europe, and you don't want to embarrass yourself. So how do you go through this? You talk to the other talent, the older talent that have been where you've been to give you some sage advice.
Oh, also, for the second time she messed it up on Saturday's main event, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to look like it was supposed to be Becky pulling her off, like out of the move mid.
Like you're
Yeah.
stop the move.
Yeah, I don't think it was supposed to actually look like her move. It was supposed to look like she pulled her out mid move and hit the ref, but it just did not look proper because, again, timing is everything. in wrestling.
Yeah, it's tough to get that right when you only have one shot at it.
One shot live, mind you. But the first time she caught herself really well. The second time it was just a timing problem. And again, it's the problem with the move. It's like you have to have perfect timing for these kind of moves, especially if it could go horribly wrong for her, for the person she's hitting on, for anything really. Because anything could happen. We've seen it. It's wrestling. Things happen. She could land wrong. Her opponent can land wrong. Like fucking Bronco could break. We see it on Finn Balor, for God's sakes. That's the problem with the moves right now. They look cool.
I think the one thing, and I'm going to take this up this week because this is a different subject matter I wanted to bring up that you said that.
Okay.
That sorry, my tack is being weird. Had the notepad on there too. There we go. And I'm going to take a message about our trip next week at the same time here. But the one thing I will say though, I'm happy they're going to work on house shows. Because the whole problem with not being on house show tours is everything's getting all messed up, just like you said. People are not having to rehearse. There's no time to practice. That's the whole point of house show tours or the live event tour. That's the whole point. So I'm so glad I'm having a live event tour this summer because they need that rehearsal time. They need that time in front of a crowd without cameras to get all the nerves out, all the kinks out, all the issues out. So when you get on television, you don't slip on the rope and you don't get hurt and you don't have issues like you just said. That's exactly why you need to have house show tours.
But then before that, you even have that prep time when you go into the ring and discuss what you're going to do.
Yeah, but even then, that's not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough. I always say this as an example when it comes to live events. That I always love saying that my first house show, I got to see Brock Lesnar before he debuted on television. Like, I love to be able to say that because I got to see him literally 2 weeks before he aired on TV for the first time. I got to see him squash Spike Dudley in the Hurricane. But the fact is, then when he debuted, I knew what to expect. I knew who he was, and I could also tell people, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this guy. Like that's the thing about house shows. You can do stuff like that on house shows, and then you have time like a Soruka who needs some time in the ring. Even then, we've noticed like Triple H having the same problem right now because he's not as in the ring. He's making mistakes too, and he's admitting it. Even people are starting to Cody admitted it that he's becoming a little sluggish right now because he's not having the rehearsal time that he used to on the house show tours that he used to have.
Right.
Like when the world champion's saying that, that's saying something. You know what I mean? So,
it wasn't even in a disrespectful way. It's the truth.
he just said, as his personal view, from his point of view, there's not enough time to practice matches like they used to do on house show tours.
And the thing with Cody, he's had the time because he's
had both sides of the coin. He knows both sides.
Right.
He's
You know what I mean?
but Trick hasn't.
Yeah.
Or Soruka or
Devon.
Or here's a big one, Oba.
Oba.
But
yeah.
all these big names had more time at NXT than the main roster.
Or even then, you had the house show tours.
Yes.
They stopped last year. They stopped last 2 years. Like, so yeah, that just ties into what you were saying.
But to get back onto topic, the next match.
Okay,
We
so
were
let's do that
going-
one.
we were
No,
going-
but you know what?
we were-
That's not a bad topic to fill.
Yeah.
That's not going to be a topic to go off. That's not a bad one, honestly.
It was good.
So
But Norton Alec, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
let's move on. Let's move on to the other women's match. And it's not as obvious, but this is Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill with her baddies. Apparently, that's what we're calling them. I don't know anymore. They can't say the baddies because AEW owns it, but that's pretty much what they're doing. I just don't see them taking the belt off Rhea. I have a feeling we're going to lead to like Rhea and Charlotte down the road again. So I just don't see them taking the belt off Rhea here.
Or my friend likes to call her Jade Guard Killfish.
Sorry, That was funny. That was so
My
exciting.
friend, for no reason, hates Jade Cargill. So every time she's in a game, it's Jade Cargill fish.
Okay.
For no reason. And I don't know why. He just hates her. And I'm like, okay. That was it.
Yeah, that's
That's
funny.
all- that's all
That's
I'm
very
saying.
funny.
That's
That's
all
funny.
I'm
I
saying.
didn't expect that, so that was very
every
funny.
time, so we do online chambers. She pops up. He just starts going off for no reason. It feels like I'm dealing with
All
Sally.
right.
I just think with this match, Jade's more in.
We're gonna see the one-winged angel.
She does hit that. That's a good one. She does hit that move, which is insane to me.
She calls it the sandstorm.
By the way, Kenny, approved it.
Yep.
So it's off the hook. We don't have to complain about it because Kenny said it's okay. Kenny said it's fine.
I'm looking at Tom's screen and I'm thinking he's frozen again, but then I see him blink.
He's the master of sitting still. Sitting still.
And I'm concerned because, again, you just had a power outage.
Tom, here's the thing. When we were over there on the other set, we used to have a lot of people on our line had issues. When we moved over here, we had less issues. So we're making sure we're good. That's all.
I started to throw me off because you're just like, and then you blink and like, okay, he's
And then we're
fine.
used to John, who doesn't stop moving. You know what I mean?
Are you
So,
saying that Tom can win a staring contest?
pretty much. That's exactly what we're saying.
I actually am pretty good at those. I am pretty
Put
good
him
at
in a
those.
wax fucking museum. You won't even tell the difference.
You're right. You're not wrong.
You
So,
one of those practical jumping.
all right.
I have noticed that the connection with you guys is much smoother this time around. I will say that
Head over.
they have gotten more than they should have gotten out of the Jade experiment, and it is past time for the Jade experiment to end. And I'm going to be real cynical and say they can cut even more from their budget and just get rid of all three of them at once, since they decided to lump the other two in with them, even with Mia being there. It's just like, look, just trim the fat. Do the same thing that Jade does with her diet and just cut all the fat. I'm past done with just being patient with Jade. She's awful, and she shows it every time she's out there.
Oh my lord, you sound like my friend Josh. You sound like my friend Josh right now.
Fuck.
He would love this clip when I posted it up. He's gonna love this.
I see Rhea retaining, and I see Jade coming in, and I think she's more impressed on how she looks in her outfit than actually wrestling.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you're not wrong.
100%.
You know,
And I hate to ruin it for Travis Bryan. I know he has a massive thing for her, but like, it's just a thing. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
Jade is maybe at best two-dimensional, but mostly one-dimensional, where you don't see any emotion. It's the same move. She's not putting any effort into it, and the other talent is trying hard to sell it, but she's not doing it right.
She's not doing anything.
And
She's
then,
not doing
and then
anything
there
right.
was the time where she busted open Nia Jax on the steel steps. It was horrible.
Yeah,
I
She's
have
not
issues with
that
a lot of things.
safe, which is the problem.
I see why AEW didn't do a lot with her.
Yeah,
I totally see it now.
I think it was more they couldn't do a lot with her because basically she didn't want to work with them. No, she was very I guess the word I can use is temperamental. And
She also doesn't need this.
And
She's
that's
just doing it for the doing it. You know what I mean? That's the problem. So
my understanding is she's got a great college degree and she's
not even that. I think she married to like a baseball player or something. Like she married to somebody
I
major.
don't think she's right. I think she's.
But y'all have
she's
to
going with
y'all have to realize the storm is coming up.
That was part of the problem with Tom before. So
it. When you say there's a storm coming, I'm going. Oh, is the X-Men coming back again?
No. She says it's a storm. We get a fucking light breeze.
Stand back! There's a hurricane coming. I'm sorry.
No, it's a light breeze for her. What you want? Stand back. Actually, don't. You just
Wait a
stand back.
minute,
Okay.
light breeze? Did she fart? I'm sorry. I don't know.
Uh-oh, Marcus going off.
All right, let's move on. Match everyone's looking forward to. So I said this the other day. I said this off the air because obviously we haven't been on a show since it's been announced. That I've never been in a situation where normally when Brock Lesnar returns, people groan and moan and complain. But because he attacked Oma, and because everyone loved this match the first time, nobody even cares that he did a full retirement at WrestleMania because everyone wants to see this rematch. So it's absolutely hysterical to me
And then-
that that's where we are.
Yeah.
So,
okay, how many F5s we're gonna see this match?
well, the funny part, there was only one in the first time.
Yep.
There's only one the first time. I don't know how we're gonna do this. That's my question here. Is this it? Is this the last match? Are we going to 3? Are they gonna have Brock win this match? Like, I'm so torn what to do here.
If you look the setup when Adam Page went to find Paul
Pierce. Adam Pierce.
I'm sorry.
You said
I
Page.
didn't know Hangman got the fucking job.
Sorry.
Adam Page versus AEW.
I was thinking of
The wrong Adam.
Adam Pierce finds Paul Heyman, and all of a sudden he pulls out this contract. It's got Oba's name or
Brock's name on it already.
Brock's name on it, right?
I thought the video though he shot on Monday was great. The Brock promo on Monday was fantastic.
So
I thought that was great.
Don't be surprised if Paul Heyman pulls out another contract.
Well, it doesn't matter right now though for this match. For this match, it's 1-on-1, nothing else. Everyone that watched our WrestleMania preview show knows that was one of the biggest matches I was excited for the entire show. Like I was so excited for that, and I'm excited for this rematch. There are 2 ways of looking at this. We're going to go best of 3, and we're going to have the last match at SummerSlam like some people threw out there. Or we go full Batista with Triple H and have Obo completely kill him again. Like, what is it? Like, which one do we go here? Because there's literally 2 big options.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my thing I feel about this is that they're going to go head to head and they're going to butt heads and they're going to do the finishers.
Actually, better question. Is this going to be longer than the first match?
A little bit, but not by much. And like I said, they're going to do each other. They're going to do their finishers several times.
They're going to do each other.
And I think Oba's going to get. Oba's going to come close, but I think Brock is going to win this one.
Holy shit. You know what we're laughing over here. Oh, God. We're so immature. We're so immature.
I forgot you're a teenager.
We're so immature.
I forgot you're a teenager. I should have used that phrase.
Oh, my God. We're so immature.
We're going to work against each other. How is that? Is that better?
Oh, my God. So Tom, take us out of this myself out there.
Oh boy. I wish so much that I could make sense of how we got here. I wish so much that I could. But we're here. And Blake, for what it's worth, I agree with everything you said about the WrestleMania match, the build to it, how it went. Agree with you across the board. I think oh boy. I think
it's a tough decision.
It is. But if I'm the one making the call, if it's going to 3 or if it's staying at 2 and then Brock gets somebody else at SummerSlam, assuming that's still on the table, I still say Oba sweeps. If we're doing 2 or if we're doing 3, Oba, like, we can't do. I mean, look at Brock taking the streak. He was able to ride the rest of his career on, like, this was the guy that ended the streak. And now Oba, right out of the gate, is the guy who retired Brock Lesnar. You can't then add the asterisk to that of like, yeah, but then Brock came back and kicked his ass. Like, let's just have Oba wipe the floor with him again, no question. 1 finisher, he's done.
I wouldn't mind that. Or if we're gonna do it, even hit 2 for fun. It's 2 for fun.
Sure.
Because remember, Oba said he's out for blood this time, practically. So
good point. Yeah.
So,
no, I think and Brock Brock doesn't get this credit. He doesn't get this credit at all. I personally think that Brock is the last real draw in wrestling. Love him or hate him, you have to see what Brock Lesnar is going to do. And he is a smart wrestler, and he knows when to sell, and he knows when to put people over. And the fact that it happens rarely makes it all the more special and makes it all the more important.
mm-hmm.
I think what we saw at WrestleMania was Brock anointing this guy, saying like, "Yep, I've had shots with whiskey with him backstage. This is the guy. I want to let him be the one who retires me." And I think Brock is probably pushing to get his own ass kicked by Oba out there.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, if he's out for blood, we're gonna see we might see an avalanche. An avalanche fall from.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. So,
fucking murder.
All right, we got 2 more matches to go. We have to hurry up because I think the pizza's got here, so we gotta hurry up.
Right. But I choose Oba.
Oba.
We never chose. We never chose.
Oh yeah, sorry. We never said that, guys.
I basically
Sorry.
said that Brock will win this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Set up for the third.
I'm going Oba personally because I just don't want Brock to win this match. I just don't want Brock to win. So, all right, we got 2 world title matches we gotta get to.
You don't want Brock Lesnar. We want Brock Lesnar to win.
Oh, goddamn. Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Gunther. And I was listening to WWE Now this morning with Cam Roberts and Megan Moran and Big E. And I think they said it perfectly on that show that Cody should not lose the title in Clash Italy, but Gunther should not lose in Clash Italy. So what do you do? What do you do here?
A meteor comes down.
Like, it's a weird one, right? Like, both of these people should not lose this match. But here we are.
It's a weird one.
Here we are.
I think that this is.
Gunther should just kill Cody Rhodes. Right then and there, in cold blood, take the title. 1, 2, 3, get him out of here.
Oh boy, there's a Mussolini joke in there somewhere.
Italian police.
Cody Rhodes.
Yes. Fuck that guy.
It is a weird one, and it feels like we got here. It feels like they got here unexpectedly. Like the Brock thing happened. If we were reading the tea leaves of the Brock situation at WrestleMania correctly, it seems like they were like, oh, we need to change what we were planning for Gunther. Oh no. And now Brock's back anyway, so it kind of didn't matter. But I feel like they did not expect to be here. And yet now that they're here, they have to look at the cards that are on the table and say, maybe Gunther, I almost said Brock by accident, maybe Gunther winning this is actually the right move to make. And that's where I'm sitting. I'm not trying to be a Cody doomcrier. I'm fully in favor of Cody, even though as an adult man in his 40s, he doesn't super excite me every time he comes out, but I see the business in Cody, and I like him just fine. But it kind of feels like let's go with Gunther here. Kind of the same reason I'm arguing for Vikingo and AAA. Like, let's put a belt on this guy and kind of validate the story that you're trying to tell about him being a world killer.
See, I kind of agree, actually. Yeah, you first.
I'm saying, when he had the IC title, holy fuck, he just killed everyone.
And he made that belt relevant. He made that belt so relevant.
He had the world title. Jesus, who beat him?
It was Punk.
It was Punk, right?
It was Punk. And then Punk beat him, and then the cash in, and then Punk won it back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Punk beat him. Did Punk beat him twice? Oh, that was Braun. That was Breaker. The second time.
My point still stands that Gunther having the belt is the most dangerous fucking thing you can do.
It really is.
Can we talk about Walter with the United Kingdom Championship?
True. He had that thing forever.
He would not die. The only person to beat him was Dragunov after 2 matches.
And a phenomenal match. And one of the most underrated matches of all time. Underrated.
Let me clarify that. NXT underrated match.
Underrated. Big time underrated.
Because I watched that match back recently, and oh my god,
Dragunov's also underappreciated. So.
Also, I want to clarify. Seeing Dragunov with a beard and a bigger Gunther really threw me off.
True.
Because Dragunov with no beard looks so cursed now because he has a big ass beard now. But that match, the end where they were, I forgot how it ended.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Because you remember how it ended?
I forgot. It's been a long time.
Dragunov practically deadlifting Gunther in a chokehold, and Gunther tapping out.
So
Gunther tapped out.
Oh, and then the next time he tapped out was Jey Uso, I think. The next time.
Yeah.
The same fucking move. With the same move.
But I think Gunther's going to win the title. I honestly think this is I think you're going to surprise everybody, and the crowd's going to be pissed. But I think they're going to have. Oh, I don't even know if the crowd's going to be pissed because we're in Europe, so I'm not even sure if they're going to be pissed. Because Rhodes not going to retire. But I have a feeling if they're not, the only way I see them do, because this match apparently is going to be on ESPN. Apparently, this match is going to be on ESPN.
Okay.
And it's the opening match, apparently. And the only way I can see them not having put the belt on Gunther is if they are actually doing Gunther and Brock at SummerSlam.
Right.
Yes. Belt to be a retirement match.
You know, I could see it with the championship too. If
I just don't see it happen. I want to see title versus retirement again. That with Goldberg. That's the only reason I don't see it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I could I don't know. I'll just be the other side of the coin on that one. I could absolutely see Gunther Brock at SummerSlam with the title on the line.
Sure.
Well,
Hey.
and you know what? It may if
It worked with Goldberg. It worked with the Goldberg match. So like,
you know, it'd be ironic though. When you think of Goldberg's biggest rivals, who do you usually think of?
Brock mainly right now.
Brock.
In WWE. Let's clarify that. WWE.
So wouldn't it be funny that title versus career and then title versus career?
Again, it
When
would be
it's Brock
weird.
and Goldberg.
What's interesting is we joked about this when Brock retired the first time, that Brock could go into the Hall of Fame in Saudi Arabia in WrestleMania, Saudi Arabia. So I feel that's still happening. So no matter what happens, he's going to retire in Minnesota and then have his Hall of Fame ceremony in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So, Mark, you can come back here.
I say Cody wins, but he wins via disqualification.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. I didn't go that route at all because the other match is no DQ. So I didn't even think about it. The other one match is no DQ. So I didn't even think about that.
It makes both of them look good.
Good point. So, all right, looking for our main event. It is the World Heavyweight Championship.
Is it scheduled for one fall?
I guess.
One fall.
It is Tribal Combat. It is Roman Reigns defending the title and his crown as Tribal Chief.
And the Ufafala.
Yes, that too. Versus Jacob Fatu.
Is it Fatu or Fatu?
Fatu. Jacob Fatu. It's Fatu.
Is it
Jacob Fatu.
It's Fatu? Okay.
Yes. So this is going to be interesting. If this was a Tribal Combat, I could totally see them putting the belt on Jacob Fatu.
But now,
but adding Tribal Combat makes me say Roman's winning the title. Maybe he's retaining.
Or throw it for the complete loop.
That's true.
And you think Roman's going to win, but that tongue and death grip
That's
is going to be the death of him.
That's true.
Physically and literally.
Especially because there are no rules in a Tribal Combat match.
And,
So-
and God forbid, Jacob Fatu could do anything. Have you thought about that? It's a tribal combat match, which is pretty much
It's no DQ.
it's a no DQ, Extreme Rules, whatever you want to call it. But Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. What the fuck is he going to do against Roman
Fair point.
with a no DQ match?
No disqualifications.
How many
crazy.
tongue and death grips are we going to see?
It's gonna be, and John wasn't even a thing at the time when he faced Drew. It wasn't even a thing.
Did you hear something? The sentence you said, the tongue and death grip is going to be the death of him?
He did it on purpose.
Yeah,
He did it on purpose.
Okay,
He did it on purpose.
Sure
He did it on
Yeah, unlike
purpose.
you actually mean my joke.
Tom, take it.
Moving right along.
Boy, this is a real tough one. They on one hand, it seems like, of course, you cannot take either of these things away from Roman right now. But and we're also predicting, most of us seem to be predicting Gunther winning the championship as well. So I think I've got to double down and say, like, wholesale change at the top. They cleaned up Jacob too much, and they're being too wishy-washy with is he turning heel? Is he a bad guy, or is he still supposed to be popular? I think you go all the way heel with him, and you end on, it may not be like the crowd is just dead silent, the streak just ended kind of moment, but try to capture that with just like, oh my God, Roman just lost. Jacob is the new tribal chief. Oh my, just like, what do we do now? What happens now? This is uncharted territory. And then you tell the story of Roman trying to get the tribal chiefdom back. And that's ultimately where it ends, is that the hero Roman Reigns gets it back. But yeah, this is a tough one. I kind of only see, oh God, it's really hard, but I see the only way the belt stays on Roman is if they repeat, like, without kill, because if Jacob doesn't win this, he's dead. Like, they've just killed him. He just lost twice in a row to Roman. They have not done a good job with this. It was kind of a microwaved feud. As soon as they said, oh, we're going to do this at Backlash, it's like, okay, well, then I can already see the Tribal Combat rematch, because we only have 3 weeks. It was happening way too quickly.
Yeah,
So
Christian wants to say something. Christian wants to jump in.
Okay.
Christian wants to jump in real fast.
About what you say about he already lost to Jacob. But they did say he barely beat Jacob Fatu, though, in the first match.
Who
yeah,
walked out? Who walked out? It was Jacob. Jacob's the one that walked out.
yeah. I don't know. I
But you
feel
are 100%. If Jacob does not win this match, he is done.
Yes.
yeah,
Exactly.
and it's for that main reason that I'm just like, I feel like Roman only wins if they do something like they did at Clash in the Castle against Drew, which for my money was like the best singles Roman match that oh my gosh, I loved that match so much. The recent Punk one is up there as well. That was incredible. But that was when Solo debuted. So do we have another person coming in?
There is
And
Zilla
that's
Tattoo out there. There's Zilla Tattoo. The guy is
right.
Mark always brings him up every week.
The thing I see about that is, would it be with Jacob or be with Roman?
That's a good question.
See, I have the same question. I have the same question.
The follow-up to that is, does Fatu want help in this? No. He probably would not want help in this.
Okay. I had a thought. Because do you remember in Italy, to fly somebody out is a different thing.
Yes.
But I had a thought just now. The Usos are going to be there.
Yes.
If the Usos interfere, then have someone like a Zilla Tattoo debut to cancel out the Usos.
Correct.
Fine. But
That's how you do something.
that's what you do.
Because that would be huge for Zilla to come out and debut attacking the Usos and helping Jacob. Even if Jacob doesn't win, it'd be a massive debut for Zilla Tattoo.
And I guess due to the tribal to poke holes in my own thing, due to the tribal combat no DQ thing, there's no DQ, so they can't be disqualified for somebody interfering.
Exactly.
Oh boy, it's a pickle, but no matter how I slice it, I feel like I'm leaning Jacob on this one.
I'm leaning Roman only because of that tribal combat stipulation. But
I am going with Jacob because, again, you saw what he did to Drew McIntyre. God can only imagine what he's going to do to his, what is he, his cousin?
It is officially his uncle.
His uncle. That's even worse.
This is uncle.
He's gonna kill his fucking uncle.
I was listening to a lot of podcasts this morning, but Sam Roberts explained this to one. Sam Roberts on his radio show on the series on that posted open on the show on Sirius XM. His one of his producers is never a wrestling fan, so he's trying to explain all this stuff to her, and they actually went through the tree on the show. I was doing this morning. I think we narrowed it down that Roman is his uncle second removed.
So Roman, how did you lose the tribal chief status? I got beat by my nephew with the tongue of death grip.
Do you remember in Young Rock where we had all the family stuff? I want to know if that really is real now and how they explain all this at Thanksgiving. As the man he always says, Thanksgiving's awkward as fuck in his family.
Or Christmas or any big gathering.
What you guys
cracking a hat.
What you guys have to remember is this is a fight between two different families.
But it's still one big tree. It's all one big tree.
But still, when you have a family fight and it's separated by families, you got Fatu family on this side, the Anawani on this side. So basically, what you're happening is you're fighting for the honor of your family.
When you say
so does Uncle second removed. So does that.
When you say the words, the Fatu family and the Anawani family clash.
Was that even the Tongan family? Isn't it the Tongans?
How many families are there?
Isn't it the Tongan kid his dad? Oh, Umaga's his dad. Sorry, Umaga's his dad. Sorry.
So
Umaga is Ekapatu's dad.
I see Fatu coming up on top. I see Fatu getting the championship, and I see Zilla coming in to stand alongside the Fatu family when the Usos are standing with
Fair enough. All right, that wraps that up. Jesus Christ. We went a long way there. We went a long way there to figure that out.
Playing chess and checkers. I don't know.
You're playing Scrabble.
Roll my dice.
All right, let's wrap up here. I promised everybody one last off-campus thing, and we're going to close this with Ella Bright, the song "Girl That I Am" from Off Campus. I'm not going to spoil why this song's important. Watch the show, you'll find out. But it's very important to the show. But anyway, I needed a song that was longer than 2 minutes. This is the only one on the soundtrack that is. So I needed a song that was longer than 2 minutes. But this is that song. So, all right, let me get that screen up. I had the wrong screen up. There we go. Christian, go.
Okay, follow me at the Villain Zane 67. The Villain Zane Riley on YouTube. I'm gonna be streaming Sunday. I'm gonna be playing Content Warning again, and Sunday. This is gonna be a fun one. Me, Hoovy, and Deadpool and Rage are gonna play Uno.
I would jump on that stream and watch that because that sounds hysterical.
There is going to be. I'm pretty sure the brother bond we have is going to be broken by the end of that stream.
Oh my lord!
All I'm going to imagine is Hoovy say, "Take this +4, you fucker," or some shit. Some brotherly bond's going to be broken with a +4.
Oh my god! Yeah. Keep in mind, we played Uno recently too.
Competitive?
We played Uno in this house.
We play WWE 2K26 every day. Does that prove your point?
All right, Mark, go.
All right, hey, you find us, find the show, rate, review, leave a comment, bad, good, indifferent, whatever. We'd like to hear you. And you can find us on wonderful social media sites.
Likes important.
Like.
Likes are important.
Like on. Yeah, give us likes. Yes,
Like on, yep.
yes. Like on this. Like what you're watching right now. Okay. You can find us on social media.
Okay, you know what? Find us on social
Yeah.
media.
Find us on social
Generation
media.
Evolution 00.
You
Don't forget the 00.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and more. If you really want to find us, you can find us at Generation Evolution 00.
Do not forget the 00. Get the wrong goddamn show.
Oh my God.
You are fucking right.
Tom, do you have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to plug?
The best way to follow my work right now is Speedway Video on YouTube. If anybody's interested in the Central Florida asphalt stock car racing scene, racing just came back for the first time in over 10 years to Orlando Speed World, and I'm the one who covered it. So that's what's going on there.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. The clusterfuck in here. I swear, this is what happens when we go long. It becomes a clusterfuck in here. But, okay, you can find me at PowLegend76.blogspot.com is my personal site where you can find all of my podcasting life over there. The 13 years of podcasting all in one place. So you can go over there and find that. Next week, as I've been saying, I am going to be on vacation, so we're pre-recording next week's show, and Christian's hosting a game show. Hear about that next week. Come and tune in next week. Plus, also, two things. We're doing a full episode of the media mode segment, and we have feedback to read on next week's show.
Yeah.
I saved it for next week's show. We got a whole bunch of feedback to read on next week's show, so including on a YouTube episode. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about next week. So, Tom, thank you so much for enjoying coming on here. We'll have to come back more often because we have a lot of having you on.
Yeah,
So-
thanks so much. It was a long one, but we had a lot to cover, so I think it was justified.
Yes.
And I hope you guys have a great time in New York.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will be going there. They'll be home. I'll be going there.
Just next time, try to be more moving. I don't want to have to ask you a couple times. I do apologize for that, but it just
You have to understand, we deal with John Parker, who literally never stops moving, ever. So he never stops moving.
oh, he's doing it right now. Oh my God, it's so good.
All right, we gotta go.
Directing the man.
There's food upstairs. We gotta go. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all. We'll see you next week. I'm Blake.
I'm Christian.
I'm Murphy. Love you guys.
Thank you, Tom. And you've been tuned in to the Generation Evolution. Have a good day, everybody.
See you guys in the stands.
Thank you for joining us inside the Generation Evolution. We'll be back next week.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.